All right, y'all. We here with another school, Brandeis. Brandeis is here. Coach, how are you, Coach?
Well, all right. Pleasure to be here.
All right. You can introduce yourself. Go ahead.
Leo Blackman, Athletic Director and co-coach for the boys varsity.
A lot of money's involved.
Yeah, man.
Procession is ahead.
Little son.
Little son. All right.
All right, Coach, I'm going to start off with this. Could you give us a brief introduction of your program?
Definitely. So we've been in the 3A for several years. I've been with the program for 11. This is my 11th year.
All right, you're a veteran.
Yeah, and we felt it was time to just make the jump, play competitive basketball every night, sit into one of our division rivals right here. So looking forward to the challenges. But yeah, we've been around for a long time. Last championship at Brandeis was 1992 with Coach Mo Hicks, who won a chip at Rice High School.
Wow.
Legendary Mo Hicks.
It's been a minute.
I was in middle school.
You was in middle school?
Yeah, I wasn't born yet.
Yo, stop, son.
My parents, they probably didn't meet each other.
I was in elementary school.
Yeah, you got one.
Crazy.
All right, Ray, you got anything else?
So the first thing is this, right? You guys finally got out the 3A.
Congrats.
And you're in the 4A now. Now, you know us too. We have real conversations on camera and off camera. What are your expectations on playing in the Bronx, Manhattan 4A?
Expectations, a grind every night. That's what we wanted. I talked to coach, the kids at the program. I got tired of having 20-point blowout wins, and then you go to playoffs and play lawn tag or transit tag, and you're like, damn, this is different.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we just wanted competitive ball every night. So I expect every night to be a dogfight.
Yeah, proper preparation, basically.
Yep.
So I want to also ask you, as far as moving up, you guys think you guys could come in and make an impact quick, or it's going to take you guys some time?
My expectation is for us to win some games. I'll be honest. I wouldn't make the move if I thought it was going to be last place.
So that means they coming here. They looking for y'all.
Yeah, everybody's welcome. You got to play us. I'm just saying. Welcome to Death Row.
Man.
My man.
Yeah, we're not coming up to be subpar 500, honestly.
Oh, I like that. That's that talk. That's that talk.
No, listen. I don't talk trash, but I'm serious. I would not have made the jump.
No, yeah, and we need that. We need that in the Bronx. As far as me being involved, I feel like when you play Brooklyn schools, is a big difference, because in the Bronx you may have 1 or 2 competitive games, and it's a 15 games spree. So it's like you play 1 or 2 hard games, you're not really prepared.
There'll be you guys in Monroe at that top.
Yeah.
Eagle and Monroe, Brandeis trying to come up. I feel that. What is something that you expect from your players on and off the court?
Biggest thing is hard work, man. I'll be honest. The toughest thing being an AD, I tell the kids all the time, I'm a guidance counselor too. So my priority is to help these kids go to college. If they're gonna do a trade, I have to have a plan after high school.
Sometimes it may be bigger than basketball.
Oh, it's definitely bigger than basketball. That ball's gonna stop bouncing. We all played ball. I played a long time before you were born, I guess. long time. But I mean, I played at Cardinal Hayes, back in the era, Kenny Satterfield, me in the same class.
Right.
So the biggest emphasis, that legend right there. Biggest emphasis was academics.
Right.
A lot of these kids come in, they think it's basketball first, and I'm like, I'm the AD. I can't put you on a roster if you ain't passing your classes.
Yeah.
Right.
So my expectation is, we got 7 a.m., so I want guys in at 7 a.m., right? We work out for an hour and 20 minutes. Then you go to get breakfast, go to your classes, after school's weight room, and then we got practice. So everything, and we do an hour of study hall.
Yeah,
so everything is books and ball.
It sounds like your program is very disciplined, so you got teaching discipline there.
That's the main thing, man. That's life, right? You're going to get out of this life what you put into it.
Absolutely.
I agree with that, with basketball, with work, or whatever you do.
Everything.
That's a great program, man. I like that. Brandeis. So now all the young kids, if you go into Brandeis, you got to be disciplined, them 7 a.m.s, not come to play. It's about academics, too. It's about them books, man.
And the great thing about your program is that you always get the sneaky pieces. You always get a player that people be like, what school you go to?
Shout out to scouting, right?
It's not more so scouting, because with Brandeis they play in a lot of our NYC prospect stuff, so it's and the real scout stuff as well. So it's anytime we see your program, right, you always have wings and guards and bigs.
Bigs.
How do you set up your roster in that way?
So first, I want to shout out NYC Prospects and Real Scout because when we weren't on the map, they were inviting us to events. So I'll say it helps in the process, right? Because I don't went to Staten Island and played that Wagner team, and we don't gotta revisit what happened there. Put it on us. I remember playing at at the New Heights gym, and we played Lincoln, and Lincoln beat us by 20-something.
Yeah.
So that for me was like, yo, I gotta go to the lab. And like you mentioned earlier, it's just scouting, watching video, stepping my game up as a coach.
Yeah, for sure.
So for me, I'm sorry, go back to your question.
So it's just talking about your roster.
Oh, how do we put the roster together?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be honest, the great thing is, number one, I don't recruit, just to put it on the record. Okay. A lot of kids reach out to us and word of mouth. Like, honestly, like you mentioned about a program, like we're really trying to build a college level program, and watching the upper echelon teams. And another reason for 4A, watching you guys at Eagle, watching Jeff, watching South Shore, just how people build. So I see how people build their programs. And it's all right, we got to step up our game, make sure we got the workouts and do all this other stuff. So then when we get the guys in, number one thing I'll tell you guys, the hardest part is these kids, when they get these transcripts, you're like, yo, what were you doing at this school?
Yeah.
Like, for real,
man.
I'm not joking.
Not
like, real talk. So it's now you put that structure in. It's like, now I got to do wake-up calls. I got to call parents at night. Like, I leave here and I'm calling parents. Like, and as a guidance counselor, that's the expectation.
But then these kids need to understand, too, at the next level, you're not going to play if them grades ain't right.
Yeah.
It's about
no scholarships, none
athlete,
of that.
Student first.
I was just talking to a coach. I sent 3 of my kids to a prep, and I'm asking like how they're doing. And he's like, yo, this one's showing up late to practice. So I'm like, yo, this one got to do schoolwork. He's like, yeah, we having the same struggle. So I'm like, yo, this is the last level where you could get away with this, because once you leave high school, college, you're done.
It's business. Them coaches they shit online, man. You mess with them, they don't got a job, so they're not playing with you.
Their livelihood is for us, and there's a lot of coaches. No disrespect to anybody in PSAL, but there's a lot of coaches know, like, I got a possession gig, I'm good. Unless you do terrible for a long time, you're not gonna get fired. Right. At the college rank, come on, one bad season, you could be done.
Even with a good season.
What have you done for me lately? What have you done for me lately?
And so my next question to you is: you just stated that you're the guidance counselor. I never even knew that. I thought you was just the AD in the building, and that was your title. So how does you being a guidance counselor and being the coach go hand in hand?
So let me tell you, when my kids are doing well, they belong to their school, because we're campus school. We got 4. When the kids are doing bad, those are Blackman's basketball kids. You know what I'm saying? So like throughout the day, like I got emails from principals, teachers, but I tell them like I want that transparency. I want to be like I want held accountable, because I hold the kids accountable and I hold parents accountable. So for me, like my emails are crazy. Like, oh, such and such cut this period. And I tell, principals, let's hold all of our kids to the same standard. Right? Because now I oversee 13 teams. So I got in total 196 student athletes. Sheesh. So that's every day I'm getting soccer. Like right now we got 6 teams in season. So I got bowling, soccer, tennis. So all the paperwork, I got to look at transcripts, report cards. So hand in hand, like I tell the kids, yo, you don't get a break. Like if you're not doing schoolwork, you're not getting by. Like there's no way you're on a roster. Right. So like it helps because of the accountability piece. So like basketball starts in the winter, so I get to look at report cards and the marking period grades before they come out. So I'm telling kids, like right now I got kids in the lab. Yo, I'm making up some schoolwork right now. Like
get that extra credit in,
Yes,
sir.
But the other part of it is too. I'll say that the best thing is that coaching is counseling. Right, like the conversations, you're dealing with different egos. You have kids, like you might have, like you guys are loaded, right, with talent. So, no, I'm being serious. So you know how it is. Like you got kids who's probably the 8th, 9th man, like, yo, I should be starting. Or they probably could start somewhere else.
It is.
Right? So like being able to have that conversation, like, yo, Coach Mel, well, I'm better than such and such. And you gotta be like, yo, listen, let's sit down, wait for your opportunity. So it's tough, but being able to like talk about life lessons, all that stuff. So it comes hand in hand for sure. My co-coach, who's my mentor, Coach Batista, he's a retired guidance counselor.
Right.
So we just be talking, we have restorative circles at practice. We don't have to have circles with managers and players.
Yo, son, pass the ball, son. No, you don't get the ball on the wing like that. That's not your shot, bro. You get to the short corner, set the screen. Once you slip the screen, that's when you get the ball.
And that's the thing, like, from the work day to practice, like, I'm pretty calm. But you see game day, like I'm going crazy because now you already made the mistakes. Like the practice is where you make the mistakes. Now we here, so but it definitely goes hand in hand. Being able to talk, like communicate with kids is important. Because at the end of the day, I want to be a mentor to them. Like my coaches back in the day were mentors.
We always remember our coaches that made an impact on us off the court. The lessons that they taught us stayed with us. We always remember those coaches.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Like my middle school coach, back in, I'm not going to say the year, but my middle school coach back then, I got a chance to coach with him last year upstate. And I'm like, this is nostalgic because it's a father figure, mentor, like to have a relationship all these years.
So lessons he taught you, you teaching, you passing on.
That's official.
That's what it's about. Right. I have a question. What is one player or some players that you're expecting to make a jump this year?
It's a great question.
I mean, because you got like 5. you can name 5, but you can just name 2.
Yeah. I'm expecting our leading scorer, Christian Strada.
Okay.
I want him to step up more this year and be a point guard because he's a good shooting guard. Could shoot the ball, put the ball in the basket. But I told him at the next level, he's a point guard. So you got to be able to hold that down.
Be a great leader.
Yep. Another player, our actual point guard who's been on varsity for 3 years, Maurice Hartley, MJ. He's a beast. Both sides of the court. Pick up 94 feet, but I want him to be more vocal and really take charge of the team. So that's the 2 guys I really like. They're gonna make that engine run.
Thank you for letting us know. They are on our radar now, both of them. So now that y'all see, step it up this year, and we expecting big things from y'all. Y'all have any more questions, or could I get down to the brass tacks? All right, the brass tacks. The show's called Down to the Wire. We like to ask everyone, when it comes down to the wire, crunch time, game on the line, what's one play you like to go to, or if you want to share that one player that you're going to?
I'm going to share the play.
Okay,
we're going 4 low.
Supreme confidence.
We're going 4 low. We're going 4 low. Yeah. I ain't going to say the actions.
That's
enough.
We're going 4 low. And I'm going to get one of my guards to try to boogie on him, and then, we improvise off that. We do a lot of different actions off that.
Down to the wire. So when it comes down to the wire.
Except for against when we play Eagle, we're not running 4 low.
Oh, man.
4 corners.
Yeah.
You heard it. All right, Coach, it was a pleasure.
Pleasure. Thank you guys for having me, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Coach Blackman.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Have a great season this year, man.
All right,
Definitely.